Ebusia Hajia Elima Mahama oye Mami American Wansemu oye former ambassador to the United States. Na ebusia waba abonte edense biaba betudwa e Black Rasta show so a me de ensem ni nyina ebro ha e Tvghana so they said no no oba channel no so nko for the first time I make sure so be like and wa share video so no so we are hit to subscribe button so na utie stories ni so nyina wi a won so kire wadwen so e comment section no as na ebusia Okudzeto ablakwa edense bi ebetu just some few weeks ago. If one guy be a friend ho a ogenam so krama nitimi eklusu the embassy Ghana embassy or Washington because so chim said this guy a friend no there's a wafa kwati kwan bi so e wia o man sika pa wa wia o man sika. Entino or running courier services license will be about apply for visa ni passport no delivery no nim says a broche the delivery system no work panya feed up kwakosa library Ghana had. So this guy was running this courier services for the embassy or US in Abuja on Okudzeto insema or the babeto dwani mu Abuja o chere ense bebre musa papa create fake website pia or the fake shit microphone deceiving microphone esika was ba embassy na account mu no there's ultimi divert sika no ema ne ba bedi ni ho esika o chirima papa ya wia no enye easy kwa na Abuja for some few weeks back na papa no so ba abonten about be clarify enema mu a Abuja ene the woman herself Alima ababonten aba be chirichirim ko no ya ambassador to the US so din chirima ba no chirima all be lies because Okudzeto katre said this man who is called Fred started ye juma in 2017 brand na do dan kwaku fuado ni MPP aban ba so but the woman and there were may be a name who said even this man can once no started ye juma embassy ho in 2013 there's NDC pension and almost started a year juma into enye adies se no koreda se papa na ye kan once ma Mr. Fred as they say Okudzeto say we sika no MPP ne fa no na ono starting embassy ni ye juma in 2013 we shall a check no koso so ekire papa ne jumadi a odi se ono no papa no oyo obi a enye embassy no na tua ne ka no orani courier services for bibi ni a passport o can apply for visa na bibi approve ma wa and I said the BCBA no or no and oye responsible so be deliver adena abba wa address or doorstep now or the wadi abra so it's never true there was for an expose we I know din pa na I Okudzeto hamo ye say papa no like when you she na kasa eno kasa na sika obodi ena wa wie sika say ma mi chirima enye no koreda na enye se o defend obia but ono the time or spending as ambassador to the US in near ma who ye eno kana papa no kra de nke kanka jodo mani mahama time and ye fa no e bi se enko ne enko chiri mu ni nyina wi a onso ko comment section na kire wade
Okudzeto ablakwa Fred earned $4.8 million annually. Is it true?
I don't know where he got his calculations from. It can't be true.
And that was a loss to Ghana.
How can it be a loss to Ghana? Like I'm saying, Ghana doesn't get involved in courier services. We have hired this company to do courier service for us. He charges. In fact, he went to these various companies to negotiate for a discount, and they gave him a flat rate of they gave him a flat rate, so he was able to charge his applicants, his clients, charge them 29.75 per delivery. So that even a group applies and there are 3 passports, and you put the 3 passports, a limit of 3 passports in an envelope. That's the rule from the various agents. A limit of 3 passports in an envelope. Even if he puts 3 passports in an envelope, he will still charge 29.75. That is the rule.
The cost of one.
Yeah. And we don't make more than 2,005. We don't make more than 2,000 a quarter. 2,000.
This is 3FM.
We don't make more than 2,000 a quarter. And the embassy itself, our revenue from visas usually 4 million, 4.2. Sometimes even it's under 4 million.
Under 4 million.
And we
for
charge
the whole embassy.
Yeah, I mean for visas in a year. And we charge between $100 and $200 for
visas.
For a regular visa, ordinary visa, you charge 100. If you want expedited service, we charge 130. If you want multiple single, when I say ordinary single visa, that's 100. Single expedited is 130. If you want multiple visas, it's 150. If you want expedited multiple service, it's 200. So the range is between 100 and 200. And they pay for these visas, and like I indicated, they pay online. And all this payment goes direct into our account.
Okay.
You know, when you pay on credit, usually there's a merchant service company that manages that. It goes direct into your account, into the bank. That is it. So he has no access to any visa money. No way. Yeah. And passports to the same. We don't collect cash. We don't collect checks. You pay direct online, and all you bring to the embassy is evidence of payment. The receipt is provided by the system, and then you bring it and you get your money.
According to Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa, Fred Kwarteng was able to put a certain link on the official Ghana embassy website, directing applicants to him, so that he will rather work with them and give them the visas.
No, the link he has is. We from the beginning, we'll tell you about the services. You can do it through a private company. You can do it through self-addressed envelope. Or you can tell us you are coming to collect your address. So it's not mandatory, okay?
No,
let me explain. So if you go after filling your visa form, and there's a place for you to choose, then you click. If you want the private company, you click. That's what then leads you to Fred link. So it's not as if he put it there. That is part of the process. Then you click and go to the company, Travel and Tours. It then takes you to their website, and then you then contact your courier service affairs with them. That is it. But he doesn't have a link that will say, chatting with people, come to my place, come to my place. No. And you know, in the US, they have their own system of advertising themselves, which is not within our link.
Applicants never contacted him directly for visas.
It's possible because, but it's not under the under the supervision of the embassy. We don't have that. You know, in the US, they have what they call documentation support. Companies, private sector companies, people go to them to help them fill the forms, do various services for them. Okay, so that is not within the contract. Do you get me? If someone goes there, we are coming for documentary support services. That is absolutely not within.
It's different from the courier contract.
Yeah, it's different from the courier contract. And the contract that I gave him was specifically for courier contract. And that was, you dispatch the mail. Ghana government, the relationship is between you and the applicant for the visa or for the passport. Your responsibility is to dispatch them. And Ghana government does not pay anything to you for that. You will set your charges and receive from them. We don't even tell them to send. We just say that Ghana government does not offer you any payment.
Haja, do you know?
And we also we also indemnify ourselves.
Okay. Right.
We don't take responsibility.
This is 3FM.
So that is a period. Simple work.
Yes, simple.
Yeah. About the contract, I don't know if I sent it to you.
Yes, I've read it over and over.
Okay, I want to state clearly, and I generally want Ghanaians to understand the process.
Right.
Yeah. We have the responsibility for issuing visas.
Yes.
And visa goes in a passport. People bring in their passports for visas, and you have to return the passport after issuing the visa. Or people apply for Ghanaian passports after we get approval from Accra, and then we issue the passport. It has to be sent to the person. So now we have a system that you will take responsibility for retrieving your passport. The individual applicant takes responsibility. Embassy does not pay any money to mail your embassy to you. So we have 3 processes when you apply for a visa. You either click and go the line of a company to use that company to work on your visa, to retrieve your passport for you and mail it to you. Or you click on, I will come and get it, or you tell the embassy, I'll come and take it myself.
Personally.
Or I will do self-addressed envelope and send it to the embassy, and the embassy should mail it to me. Okay? We had problems with the self-addressed envelopes. Sometimes they won't put the correct address. Sometimes they won't put the right postage on the, they don't pay the right amount. But when we are sending, embassy is the sender.
Yes.
So it will go to FedEx. If the address is bad, they will return to us. If the address is not bad, but the postage is not, the amount
it's not accurate.
The amount is not
accurate,
less than what they charge. They will mail it, but they will bill the embassy.
Right.
So it even came to a point that they took the embassy to collection.
Wow.
They sued us. Not sue, but they took us to collection, and the collection agent was on there to collect the money.
The monies.
And Ghana budget, there's no budget for posting passports. So and during the return, the initiative of return, year of return, we had huge volumes of people coming of us, and sometimes we ourselves in the embassy would do the address wrongly, and then sometimes people apply in group, and when they apply in group, we are allowed to put 3 in one envelope.
Yes.
Sometimes we end up messing them up, and there were usually problems. So just said, look, this was even before I went there. They decided that, look, let's take this mailing process out of our work. In any case, Ghana is not in courier service. We don't operate courier service.
At the embassy? At
the embassy. We don't operate courier service. So let's take it out. Fred Quatin was asked to develop a method. And he said he already had his company and was already doing some of this work for them. So,
he was asked by the embassy?
Yeah, to develop a method for that. That was 2019.
A courier method?
Yes. So that to follow our system, have a good understanding of our system so that you can mail appropriately. And because he had been in the embassy, he knew the process. So he developed a method, and I allowed him. This was 2019. I went there 2021, and he started the process of delivery, and it went on well. So what the minister was talking about, if you apply for visa, it's not mandatory that you use the private company. You can, for example, say, I'll come and pick it myself, or you provide a self-addressed envelope, mail it to me, and many people in DC, Maryland area, and Virginia, many of them don't mind. They'll either give self-address or just say, I'll pick it up myself. And they do that. But if you are in California, or you are in Arizona, you are even in the Colorado, Minnesota, the Midwest, or even Florida, Atlanta, do you want to be flying in for your passport? So many of them opted for the private company. And the private company was effective for them. So I went there, I observed 2021, I observed it was working well, 2022. So when I was there, complaints about visas reduced. And the main thing was passports were not getting lost. Or they were not getting mixed up. So that is the process. And it was going on well. So 2021, I said, you are doing this in, you have a company, and you are doing this business, but there's nothing formal on paper. I have to give you something formal on paper.
Oh, you proposed that?
Yes. I said, I have to put something formal on paper, so you people bring a draft. So they brought a draft. I studied it, I looked at it, and I said, yes, my concern is one, Ghana government does not incur any expenses. We don't pay you a cent for this. So there's no money obligation on Ghana government. 2, we are exonerated from any issues that you have, for example, non-delivery of a package, or a passport is lost, or there is a problem. You, the company, will be held responsible, not Ghana government. So that's what I put on paper, and that's the essence of the paper. the contract. We are saying that you are take responsibility of dispatch of our passports. You take responsibility of the dispatch of passports with visas or passports issued. You deliver them. That is our only relationship with you. You then, but the people can also say, as I said, the other options. It's not mandatory, the other options. And that is it. Ghana government is not in the business, in courier service business. So we don't render courier service. And we don't benefit financially from any courier service. We don't. So this is what I want to make clear. So it's not as if Fred's company called Ghana Travel Company. It's not as if they were taking a job from Ghana government, a job that Ghana government will otherwise do. No, that wasn't the case. And it's not as if they were taking money away from Ghana government, because it's not a job of Ghana government. Let me give you an example. You have your restaurant. You prepare your food. Somebody orders the food. And somebody said, can it be delivered? You have a relationship with a delivery company. So you call the delivery company. Come and take the food to X person, X address. Is the deliverer going to give you the money that he's paid for the delivery?
Well, it depends on the contract. If he says, okay, well, take the food and bring me this percentage.
Well, but Ghana government is not in that business. We are a diplomat. We don't engage in commercial business. So when the minister even started saying that there is no share in the revenue, it's even wrong. Because Ghana government cannot even take share in any revenue as an embassy.
Interesting.
As an embassy, you cannot take share in it because you are not in the business. You are there for diplomatic.
This is 3FM.
You cannot share. So I'm using that example because that's common in Ghana.
I do understand that.
We know, we all know that. Me, I order a lot of things, and I pay for the thing I order.
Right.
When the delivery person comes, you pay the delivery person too separately.
Okay, so in Ghana here, a lot of the embassies do this. What they do is, when you apply for a visa, your passport is actually given to a known courier service like DHL, like FedEx, or those ones.
Yeah.
Why didn't the Ghana embassy do that, but rather deal with an individual like Fred Quartin, who was working with?
He was not doing it as an individual. He set up a company. In the US, a lot of people deal with companies.
Yeah, but he was the owner. Did you know he was the owner?
Yeah, I knew he was the owner. Initially, he was even a part owner. And later on, he became so with the other people. He had his partners. I knew he was the owner. And like I said, I went and observed the work that he started in 2019 was doing very well. And when you go and something is going on well, you don't mess it up.
Yeah, you don't change a winning team.
You don't change a winning team. It was going on well. And I was having my peace. Ghana embassy, everybody was saying that things were going on well. And you go and change a team, and now their passports start messing up, or they have to come there in queues and all that. No, like what is happening now. No, I don't do that.
But did the applicants have the choice to either deal with FedEx or DHL,
Yes.
or they all had to choose Fred Quartin?
They don't have to choose. That's what I said. You can do your self-addressed envelope. And when you are going to do your self-addressed envelope, you will go to either FedEx or UPS or the US postal system. You can choose to go to any of them. And then you will get a their envelopes. It will be FedEx envelope, just like courier service. And then they'll give you a label of address. And you pay the right amount. They will charge you, you pay. Then now, you fill your visa form. Put that visa form, that you print out that visa form. You pay online. Our payments is online. You don't bring any check to the embassy. You don't bring any cash to the embassy. We don't take cash. We don't take check. So you pay online, then print evidence of payment. That is your receipt. Then put the receipt together with your form, plus your self-addressed envelope that you've generated from either FedEx or UPS or wherever, and then put it inside. So when it comes, they will print the visa, they will receive them. There's a receiving session in the embassy, and go through all the processes.
Right.
When the visa is issued, the ministry staff the embassy staff would then put it inside the pre-addressed envelope
and mail it to you.
Yeah, it's already mailed, and they'll pack them, a number of them, sort them out. The number that is going to FedEx, the number is going to UPS, and then we get a driver to drive them, but to take them there. But of course, we can't do this. We don't send it out every day.
Yeah.
So some people feel that using the company
was better.
Expediting the process was expedited, and they use the company.
Former ambassador of Ghana to the United States of America, and of course with offices in Washington D.C. This is Hajia Alima Mahama, former NP, and of course we are having a
taken as a temporary. Actually, he's been in and out of the embassy since 2013, and he was given a letter as temporary employee in 2015, renewed in 2016.
Full-time employee?
No. Temporary. 2015, 2016. So the fact that he said he was even given a letter in 20 August, he decided that he decided to choose 2017. He should have gone back in the files. Then you see 2015, 2016, 2017. You understand? Yes. And he's not a permanent employee. He's not entitled to health insurance. You know, in the US, when you recruit people, they are entitled. He's not entitled to health insurance. He's not entitled to leave. He's not entitled to leave. So he doesn't get any leave benefits.
Right.
And they had picked him up to solve a problem. By the way, Black Rasta, I was Her Excellency Ambassador Extraordinaire Plenipotentiary.
This is 3FM.
I hear you loud and
Taking decisions on the behalf of the president.
interesting.
And my interest was to make sure that things go on well.
Ambassador extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Plenipotentiary.
Yeah. So
This
I
is
take decisions
3FM.
on behalf of the president, and I have to make sure that things go on orderly.
Correct.
So if I see that things are going on orderly and I want to institute it formal, it's done.
Has the president, the former president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, called you on this issue?
No, he hasn't.
Fred Kwarteng, in fact, according to Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, he was earning wrongfully $4.8 million American dollars annually, and his contract was actually supported by the woman who is sitting right in front of me here, Ambassador Extraordinaire Plenipotentiary of Ghana to the United States of America, Hajia Alima Mahama.
Black Rasta, are you listening to me?
I am.